Hi, I'm Ed, and today we're going to look at my depth 40 run. From the beginning, you can see that I forgot to pre-prep shifter and ban, and that was kind of a bad idea. I lose damage on my first Ilgrance cast, which isn't too big of a deal, but it does kind of slow down the flow of the fight. Today I wanted to look at this differently, and I want to look over the fight while I'm doing it, instead of in post at the end with clips. I just feel I didn't have enough time to explain previously. So we start off with a really easy mistake. Right there, when the hand closes is when you're meant to dodge, and I just missed it entirely. I managed to get the follow-up dodges for the triple attack, and I repeated that here as well. I missed the punch fireballs though, and I missed dodging that punch as well. I also re-detonated there, and I really should have waited on the detonate and get the dodge first. I went for the dodge here, it was pretty safe. The triple combo I managed to land, well that was just a double combo with a late spin. I missed the third counter, but I got the first two. Here's an example of me actually getting the triple combo done, but I missed the follow-up fire punch. I also missed the dodge on the slam, which is kind of bad. Here, that beam attack is relatively easy to dodge, which is nice. I ended up iframing through the counter there. Also, I hadn't done enough damage, so the phase transition was later than I wanted. Here, I'm looking at doing the simple triple combo dodges and stuff like that. It's not too bad. You'll notice that here I'm activating Crashpot. I probably could have activated Crashpot in Fire Phase as well. Also, I could have done a few precasts there, so when I came back to Sodam, I would have had more ticking damage up and get more gear. I missed a dodge there because I keep dodging early and I'm not positioning myself for the slams afterwards either. Also re-detonating instead of dodging for a counter, not necessarily the best decision. Here I could have been quick casting and casting a lot more Ilgrance than I did. Maybe an extra Ilgrance, maybe not. But I landed 2 of the 3 dodges in the follow-up triple combo. As you can see, my triple combo dodges are pretty bad right now, and I need to work on them a lot. Here, I was a bit late to jumping and doing the ball, but it will give me a marker det in the next phase. I also missed the last hit, which is 330k damage just gone. I just don't get that damage. I can't make it back at any stage. You can also look at my phantom gear down in the middle, in the yellow bar, and see that it's currently not that close to being filled. This is a problem leading into the fire pillar, which will be coming up soon, where I ideally want to have my phantom time so that I can get multiple dodges through the fire pillar. You can get between 3 and 4 depending on your timing. And I just keep missing up the gravity pull grip mechanic, and it's kind of concerning. I need to make sure I'm getting that mechanic 100% of the time. Also, you can see here in the Fire Pillar phase that I'm not standing far back enough. Also, here I just butcher it entirely. I just take a 1k hit. At depth 100, that's gonna kill me. So a lot of this fight for me right now is cleaning up my dodges, making sure I'm activating Crashpot, making sure that I'm regularly doing my precasts at the windows I can do them in. Also, using Xanverse to fire more counters, and then I'll be able to get more damage over the course of the fight if I'm just more optimally using my Ilgrance and more reasonably using Xanverse. You can see then that I cast a Xanverse, but I dodged out of the counter follow-up. This is a mechanic on Phantom, and it's kind of annoying. You can also see that a few of my counters are only hitting for 300k damage. Those are essentially just attack. They're not just attacked, sorry. And so I'm just losing damage. not only that is I'm clearly missing a bunch of counters. Some of my techs I'm just not holding long enough. Like I'm hitting the tech, but I'm not necessarily hitting the just attack window. A few times during this fight I also drop shifted to band. I'm not really hop casting all that much, and it's something I need to think about more. You can see that here I was actively thinking about it. A lot of this is really just I need to be on top of all these different phantom mechanics. Like here, Tornado's just annoying. But you'll see in this phase that Sodam has a new and really useful attack where he does the equivalent of a triple combo, but he pulses 3 times. Also, I think I skipped it in this run, but you'll definitely see it in the next run. But during that pulse attack, you can step attack counter, step attack counter, step attack counter, and get off a lot of damage. Considering every step attack, every counter is essentially casting an extra Ilgrance, right? So like, if you can see that my Ilgrance is ticking for 35k, it hits 10 times, so that's 350k. Whereas a counter is 400k, so it's just more damage. Here we're moving on to Sodam's next phase. If you've done TPD, you'll recognize this as phase 3. For Phantom, this is precast central. You have a few major precasts. You have Remega Type 0, you have your Crasspot, you have your Phantom Time, and you have the Whirly Blue Field, whose name I can't remember and can't pronounce. And so your goal is to have a lot of these precasts up, so that you can be outputting more damage and gaining more marker, so that you can detonate more markers and get through this phase faster. They also do a lot of like ticking damage, and they do quite a bit of damage if you add it all up. But you can see here that I kind of got lazy about it and forgot it, and that's a bunch of damage that I'm just really missing. You can see I didn't really get punished for it here. Here I swapped to a Rabata palette, because Rabata and Regrants have like this double hit mechanic against this boss, which makes them really useful for this particular section of the fight. Obviously you want to mark a det whenever a marker det comes out, but that's probably the easiest aspect of the fight. If you much prefer this style of commentary, let me know in the comments, and I'll continue to upload the rest of my runs as I do them. Honestly, doing 10 runs a day is getting a bit draining, but I hope I can get through them all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.